Hello, everyone, and welcome to Let's Talk Football. And here again, we are with Mr. Edward Fordham, my co-host. How are you, Ed?
I am chilled out, as you can see. I'm wearing the casual shirt today for you.
Awesome. You're looking great today. So
Not as good as
today,
you with those Arsenal legends behind you.
absolutely. Well, we hope that we're gonna make more legends coming up.
We are making legends.
We'll see. Looking like Arsenal are going in the right way, so hopefully we will. Um,
Yeah.
Today, so what we're going to do is going to be a special show. So sort of like a preview show, but also we're going to get in our predictions and get our points tally. So we're going to play a little game between you and me. So
I'm happy about that because I always win, and it's never been, there's no evidence of that. So this time everyone will know.
oh, we will have to see about that.
I wouldn't expect you to agree, of course.
Well, we'll see. We'll see at the end of the month. We'll see how who's gonna be on the top. All right. So
And the audience can play as well, right?
yeah, the audience.
Add their predictions at the bottom.
Yeah, and they can.
The idea.
Yeah, they can put their predictions in the comment box below and let us know what they think are going to be the scores. So obviously today we have a couple of games going on for this weekend. So first off, we're going to talk about Brighton versus Liverpool.
First off, I'm going to complain.
Okay.
Because the best two games
are
on the latest on both Saturday and Sunday, meaning I'm going to be without a normal sleep for the entire week again. You know, the big game tonight is 5:30. And then tomorrow we play Leicester at 4 o'clock in England, which people might not appreciate. We're 7 hours. Are we 7 or 8 hours in front now?
8 hours in front.
Are we 8?
Yeah.
That's late. Can you please consider Asia, who's ever doing these bloody
late night? Absolutely. Well, it's 1:30 a.m. in Hong Kong. Man United versus Spurs. 1:30 a.m. Could you believe that?
It might be one that sends us to sleep, though, actually.
Yep. Because it is going to be one boring game.
I think it will be.
And
neither team can lose.
Yeah, neither team can lose. And for us as Arsenal fans, a draw is the best result we can get.
Yeah.
Both of them will drop 2 points.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and Arsenal's game, which is on a Sunday, is at 12:30 a.m. middle of the night again. So that is
Tell me about it. It's crazy.
It is. So let's start with Brighton versus Liverpool, which is a reasonably timed game, which is 8:30 p.m. in Hong Kong. So what do you think about Brighton versus Liverpool? What are your predictions? What are your thoughts about this game? Is it going to be a good game? Is it going to be an attacking game? As both teams are attacking teams, how do you think these two teams will play out?
I have to say Liverpool. I don't think it's going to be a particularly exciting game. You know, Brighton, everyone fears Brighton because, I don't know you know this, but their possession stat is top 4 in the Premiership. They're brilliant at keeping the ball, but they don't create very many chances today.
I think
Liverpool will be cautious, but I think they'll have too much for them at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think Brighton will again try to keep the ball and try to play out from the back. But again, you're talking about them not scoring enough goals. All that possession without any effect is useless. Whereas you can see Liverpool will press you quite high, and they will try to suffocate you inside your own half. And if that is the case, whether Brighton can withstand that pressure or not, that is going to be the game. If Brighton can hold Liverpool off for the first half and try to create enough chances up front, I think Brighton have a chance. But also thinking about this, Liverpool.
I'm glad you do, because that'll be points for me straight away.
I hope so. But again, Liverpool are fighting to be the champions of the Premier League. Again, they're just, right behind City, so they cannot afford to lose any games.
Well, that's the thing, right? That's what makes it interesting. There's so many games this weekend where it changes everything, not just for the one team, but the effect on the other team as well. Like, there's so many games where, like, say, like the Burnley game.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Burnley Brentford? Is a pivotal game for both teams. There's so many games like that this weekend. It's a fascinating weekend. It really is. Mm-hmm. The games don't look like they're amazing games, but the effect of those games,
the results
is, yeah. And then, like you were saying there, Liverpool, Man City are probably you'd have to say that they're close to the best, if not the best, two teams in the history of the Premiership. When even Arsenal days, Man United, great sides, you didn't think they were going to win every single game. But there's no weaknesses in Man City. There's no weaknesses in Liverpool. You just can't see beyond those two winning every game, can you?
Absolutely. And also, it's just about whether you're going to catch them on a bad day or not. That's the only thing you can hope for. But because there's such
during the week, which makes it worse again for Brighton, doesn't it?
Exactly. And you're thinking about how will a well-coached, well-drilled team like Liverpool, like Man City will lose a game. And they are vulnerable to lose some games, where we saw Man City losing to Spurs, which was a very unpredictable result, but it happened. And it could happen to Liverpool as well. But it's just one of those days you catch them on a bad day. But those bad days are very
many.
Yeah, those bad days are very rare. And what will your prediction be for Brighton versus Liverpool then?
Let's get down to it.
Yeah.
Trossard and Mopé will not score. Therefore, it's 0 at one end.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool will have too much for them, but I don't know it's going to be 1-0 or 2-0. I think Brighton will be able to defend against Liverpool if Liverpool have possession.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Liverpool will but I think they won't mind giving up possession. It's 1 or 2-0 for sure, but I'm not sure which one. Can we tell the people what the deal is, actually? So if you get the result correct, you get 1 point. If you get the correct score, you get 3 points.
Yes, that's right.
So it's very important that we get the right score.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying 2-0.
Oh, that's exactly what I was going to say as well.
Oh, really?
Well, since you said 2-0 to Liverpool, I am going to go 3. I'm going to go 3-0 to Liverpool.
Oh, this is like poker. I've bragged you up.
Oh, well, I've got to gamble somehow.
I've got a feeling it's 1-0, to be honest.
That's the same feeling I have, because it is going to be a tight game. Because when a team can keep the ball, as coaches, we know that the score is going to be lower because both teams can keep the ball and both teams can.
Yeah. Brighton have got a good history against Liverpool as well recently. So it means it could be tight, but you know what? Nothing's that predictable at the moment, is it?
Yeah.
If the team has got possession, Liverpool, I like when if I'm Klopp, I like it when another team has got possession, because that means when you dispossess them, um, you can do your counter. And as we know, Liverpool are just so phenomenal on the counter, right?
Absolutely. And
If it's deep, you can think that like Burnley, apart from 10 minutes, Burnley, what Burnley only lose 1-0 to Liverpool, right? They didn't get slaughtered by Liverpool at all.
No, they didn't. So you can see their scores over here. Let me just quickly check that.
The previous few.
Yeah.
Liverpool won 12 of the last 14, I think.
Burnley versus Liverpool, only 1-0.
Yeah.
Only 1-0, and that was Sadio Mane's goal in the 27th minute. But interestingly, if you look at that stats over there, Liverpool had 22 shots and Burnley had 13 shots, but the shots on target is 5 apart. 5
right.
And Liverpool again holding 69% possession to Burnley 31%.
Normal.
Which is normal. But what's so interesting is also the amount of passes is like crazy, because that's almost 400 passes better than Burnley.
Yeah.
So it's a tough call.
What's the how do they judge that possession stat actually? It usually looks like if you see the number of passes and you do the ratio between the two, that normally works out to be the percentage.
Yes, I think it's also about how much possession you hold actually. How long?
Sorry, the amount of time that you've got the ball or the amount of passes?
The amount of time your team has the ball, that your team is in possession of the ball.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, it don't really tell you anything, though, does it? Because it doesn't say where you have the ball. So I heard this week, today, I think, Spurs, their possession stat is pretty good. Sorry, their possession stat is not particularly good. Apart from like recently, since he's come, it's gone way up. They've got 82, something like 82% completion rate. At the same time, they're number one in the league at not playing high balls, which that then gives you a picture. So what are they doing? They're playing really methodically, slowly, keeping possession to move the ball up. Until they can go into Kane, I guess, until they can go into Kane, and then they spring and they go quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they play into feet. They don't play to the air.
No.
Harry Kane don't even bother jumping for the ball anymore, does he?
No. They do keep the ball on the ground quite a lot, but at the same time,
they play a lot of passes, a lot. They look sharper though, didn't they? Like we were saying at the weekend. It was much quicker. The intensity was much higher than we'd seen before, I thought.
I agree. I cannot disagree with that, because I also think that they're playing much sharper. Like people like Bentancur, the new guy, they're all coming into
still feet though, isn't it? You hear what I'm saying about the high ball? They don't play it.
They don't. I think most of the teams right now, they don't play any high balls. Football has changed a lot from what we used to watch when we were younger. A lot more shorter passes, a lot more 5-yard passes. The longer passes is like what we teach the kids. It's like you go short, long, but the long does not have to be in the air. It can be on the ground.
It's a switch, absolutely.
So,
but if you're playing against a pressing team, you need to go quick.
Yeah, you need to be quicker.
You need to go miss out the midfield and go to the top often, because that's going to be your only opportunity. If you think about how Spurs beat City, it was exactly the same thing. They went very fast to the forwards. There was two higher balls out to Kulishevsky, if you remember. Once he was offside, wasn't he? It was silly to be offside. But the second one resulted in the second of Kane's goals, no?
But also, if we notice that the transition from defense to attack did not go through the middle.
No, exactly.
Did not go through the midfield.
So then this is why I think this game is going to be a really boring one, is because I can't see that, I don't know, Spurs will play slow. Yeah, it's not going to be an exciting game, and it's the last game of the day as well.
So we'll come back to that game because we still have more to talk about. But let's look at the next game, which is Brentford versus Burnley. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you know what? I'm so happy that Christian Eriksen's back in the game. It's just a remarkable story how he's come back. He's gone to Brentford. They'll try and keep him at the end of the season, obviously. He's given a lift to that club. They won their last time out. They'd lost 4 before that, and it wasn't looking good. They started the season really well. It's the first season they've ever had in the Premiership. So everything is going to be new. The longer it goes on, obviously, it's harder because your squad size is not as deep. But I like them. Respect them. Now they've got this genius of a player in. I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah, I think Brentford's going to be safe this year, but they definitely need to improve on the squad size next season if they want to keep staying up. Otherwise, 2 seasons, 3 seasons, they're going to go back to the Championship. But with the way Brentford are going, the way the club is actually managed, I quite like them, and I want them.
Yeah.
And so for me, I think Burnley are fighting for their lives, and it's going to be an interesting game. It's going to make an interesting game. Brentford will obviously press. Brentford will go for the kill. But again, with the experience that Burnley has, it's going to be another draw.
Burnley are organised. Ben Mee's not playing, he's out. So that causes them a problem. They've got this new striker, it's amazing what's his name? No, not him. The Jorgen or whatever his name is, Jorghurst or something like that. He was
Burkhurst.
Yeah. So yeah, he came in to be the number 9 when Chris Wood left for Newcastle, and he's done brilliant. But yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Dyche, but I can't see them. I can't see them beating Brentford. If they do, they're out of the top, the bottom 3.
Yeah.
For the first time in a long time. And then that brings into play. This is what I'm saying. I mean, these games are so interesting because this brings into play then Everton, Leeds, and then Brentford themselves into that bottom 4.
Yeah.
Bottom 3 race. I hope Brentford do well because their next run of games is not easy.
Definitely. So if you look at it, their next games are going to be, let me just quickly check. They're going to be against Leicester City, and then they are going to be against Chelsea.
Tough.
Leicester, Chelsea, and then West Ham, another tough one. And then after all those 3 games, they go and play Watford.
Who?
They will play Watford after three tough games.
That's right, yeah. So if they get a result, after this, you get FA Cup and then you get a international break as well, don't you? So
Yeah,
I think have we got next week, and then we don't play for 3 weeks or something, right?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. So it'd be 3 weeks without a game, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, both teams need a win.
yeah, both teams need a win, and that's what's going to make it an interesting game, actually. And what would be your score prediction?
1-0.
To Brentford.
Yeah.
Oh my. 1-0 to Brentford. I'm going 1-0 Burnley. Let's see.
Say what you want, my friend.
Oh, well, I cannot choose the same score as you, so I have to choose something else.
You can. It doesn't matter. But no. This is no, not Burnley's day. Sorry.
Well, we'll see. I think Burnley have a chance. So
Well,
let's,
they definitely do. They definitely do.
Hmm.
But
It
yeah, I
can go
mean,
either way. It can go either way.
the run of form of Brentford has not been good until what they lose before this recent win. They something like 8 games they hadn't won or something like that, right? But yeah, I think just they've also got what's his name back as well. They've got their forward back too, haven't they? Is
Yeah.
it?
Ivan Toney.
Yeah, Ivan Tony's come back and he scored.
That is
So
that is going to be their boost, actually. So yeah,
yeah,
to see. All right, let's move on to the next game: Chelsea versus Newcastle United. I know what I'm gonna do for this one, because I think for me, Newcastle's gonna win this game.
if Newcastle win this game, there's guaranteed some payoff going on. There's no way Newcastle United could have been so bad and then so bloody good so quickly.
You
It's
think so,
bizarre.
right?
It's bizarre.
You know,
Right?
they have not lost a game in 2022.
21 points they've got in their last 10 games.
Yep.
21 points. Chelsea 23, Arsenal and City 25.
Yeah, so they're on top
Oh,
four.
Liverpool 23, apology.
Yeah, and they're in top four forms.
Top what?
Top four form. Their form.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. They are. I can't even really get my head around the transition. I can't.
I can't as well. But sometimes it's a mentality boost, right? You know, sometimes when you, like Brentford, when they came up from the championship, they were winning games, they were fired up, you know. Maybe it's a mentality thing where you see the new owners coming in, couple of new players coming in. But the truth of the matter is those new players are not even starting for them.
Yeah. No, but yeah, you're right. I mean, it's all about the belief. We talked about that before. But that wears off before 10 games. They're doing something really special at Newcastle. Really special.
Absolutely.
It's not. It's over the honeymoon period now. It is. They're real. They're doing something that they should all be proud of. But at the end of the day, they're still limited players. I can't see them beating Chelsea.
All right. What's your prediction on that?
I don't know he's going to play for Chelsea. If you play Timo Werner, you know you ain't getting a goal out of him. I saw him the other day. My 8-year-old kids have got more awareness than that guy.
Well,
he's unbelievably awful.
That's true. But I think Kai Havertz is going to play up top.
Kai Havertz will play up top. Again, you don't know. If Reece James plays, he'll have a better game. If Reece James doesn't play, sometimes he's certainly not deadly as a striker, is he? He's not 25-goal season striker.
He's more of a creator.
He's a creator. He's a pivot point in the front.
Yeah.
I like those guys. I like those type of players. Teddy Sheringham, Peter Beardsley were just brilliant. I love those guys. But yeah, I don't know. This will be tight. I want to go Chelsea win. It's at Chelsea, right?
Yeah. No, I am gonna go for a Newcastle win, 1-0.
I know you are. Is it the bridge or not?
It is at the bridge.
You know, this is another weird thing. Sometimes when you're under the cosh with what's going on with the sanctions against Abramovich, the club has to pull together. It goes one way or the other. It goes to pieces, or you find that inner strength. I think Chelsea are going to do that. I think Tuchel's using that. From what I heard of his speeches recently, he's making the most of the situation.
Absolutely.
Bonding the boys out of adversity. I think my instinct says 0-0, but I'm going to go 1-0 Chelsea.
1-0 Chelsea. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's move on to the next game. We have Leeds versus Norwich City. We'll skim through these ones.
Well, I was quite correct what I said about the change of the manager, right?
Yep, you are.
March is good, but he's got them defending more, but they can't buy a goal.
No, they can't.
Norwich are not bad against all the lower teams. I think Norwich could get something out of this. I think Leeds still have got a lot of energy. I like the way that Leeds played. I didn't like the way I saw them their game the other day, and they didn't have the same movement. Now they're starting to change their system. The movement that they had under Bielsa's not there. Their pressing's brilliant, by the way.
They are.
But yeah, just to go straight to the prediction. It's a hard one, this one, isn't it? What do you think?
I'm going 2-1 Leeds.
You've got me there. I wish I'd have gone first. I didn't want to hear that first. I fancy Leeds, but I don't fancy Leeds. 2 goals? Are you insane? What are you saying? I wish I hadn't heard that before I said anything.
But I think they'll bounce. And by the way, they will concede a goal because their defense is so bad.
Both teams will concede.
So it's not
going to be 2-1, but I don't know which way.
All right.
I'm going 1-1.
1-1.
My bum's so sore from sitting on the fence.
All right. Next up, Everton versus Wolves.
Weird game. Again, you see. So if Wolves win, they can feel that they've still got a chance for top 4. If Everton win, they can feel safe.
Yeah.
The opposite side is Wolves lose, they're mid-table obscurity.
Yeah.
Everton lose. It's not whether they're in that bottom 3 mix, they're in it.
Yep.
Up to their knees in it. Huge game. Absolutely huge game.
Absolutely.
I like the look of Everton the other day. He struggled for a bit after a good start, right? He struggled for a bit. I think they're going to do okay. I think Everton will win.
I think so too.
Yeah, but I don't know. What happened to Wolves? I don't know what happened to Wolves.
No, Wolves did well in the midweek game. They won 4-0
against Norwich, right? Was it?
Yeah, against
Norwich, right?
Watford.
Oh, Watford. Who's not going to beat Watford 4-0? Doesn't say anything. By the way, why are people still giving jobs to these Muppets? Why is ridiculous. I don't get it. Look at Palace now.
Yeah.
All these old managers need to retire, and young, handsome guys like me and you need to be in their place.
I hope so one day. One day. At least that's the aim.
No, his football, everything. Oh, he's going to shore them up. He's not going to shore them up.
No.
He don't know how to play football anymore.
He's still very old school, you know.
It's so old school, and it's horrible. Watching poor Watford, you know, they're done. They're 100% down, 100%. Norwich probably as well. This game again at the weekend is gonna do big things if they can get a win. It's fascinating again. It really is.
Absolutely. For me, I'll go. You said you're gonna go 1-1 for Everton versus Wolves. No, you said.
Oh, we're Everton Wolves at the moment, aren't we? Oh, sorry, Everton Wolves. Everton. Well, I don't know. How can you know what Wolves are going to do? I thought Wolves are going to go top 4.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they've dropped off. They were playing amazing. That's why we went on to Watford, because they beat Watford during the week. Mm. But again, like I said, you can't go off one-off games anymore. It doesn't tell a story. They've had an awful run. They must have lost 4 in a row, have they? Something like that.
2 in a row, actually.
All right, I'm exaggerating, but no, they're not the same side. I don't know what happened to them. We knew they were going to be a bit goal shy. It was at home, Everton at home, right?
Everton at home.
Everton again need this win. They got 8 out of their 13 games left are at home. They're okay because they only played 25, right? So they could if they get this win tomorrow. It'll be a big lift for them. I think they will win. Although I'm just guessing because I've no idea what Watford are going to do. I think because I'm very conservative and boring, I'm saying 1-0 to Everton.
Wow. All right. Okay. All right. Let's.
What was your result?
My result was 2-1 to Everton.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to the next one. West Ham, Aston Villa. 2 informed teams.
Yeah. Good game.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game.
Maybe they'll both wear the same colours just to confuse us even more.
Well, West Ham's at home. So what's your prediction on that one?
No Bowen. Bowen's out, right?
Yep.
That's a big loss for them. Antonio's got no form at the moment. He's doing okay holding the ball up.
Yeah.
He's lost his confidence in front of goal, I think. It just doesn't look like he's going to score. For some reason, Souček is not dangerous at the moment as well. I don't know what's happened there.
Souček is not dangerous at all. I don't think so. Souček has goals in him. I think even in form, Souček doesn't score many goals.
They were a real set piece side, and then suddenly they're not. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, for me, I think Aston Villa is going to win this game.
I love Coutinho. If you have a chance to, what's that thing on Sky or whatever, when you can just watch one player, you watch that guy. He's a magician. He's absolutely lovely.
He's a technician.
I don't know if it's going to happen, but I think he could be the difference.
Yeah, I think so too. And that's why I think it's going to be 1-0 Aston Villa.
1-0 Aston Villa.
Well, yeah,
at West Ham.
yeah.
You're not making the West Ham boys happy there, Jared.
No, no, definitely.
And also you're biased because you want West Ham out the top four race,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Again, this is another game that's so important. I think Villa are looking for next season. They'll do well next season if they can buy this fella at the end of the season.
Mhm.
He's only on loan, isn't he?
Yeah,
Coutinho.
Coutinho is on loan. Yeah.
So yeah, when they get that contract secured, I think that'll make all the Villa fans happy. That's the end of their, pining for Grealish.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think they've got a good bit of form going. I don't know, because West Ham are always coming up with something, aren't they?
Mhm.
I think this one's a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. There you heard it, people. It's a 1-1 draw. Adds trying to
Yep.
make everyone happy.
From the man pretty in pink.
Oh boy. All right. We go on to the next one. Southampton versus Watford.
Do we use two hands for the amount of goals? What's happened to Southampton as well?
Well,
Southampton were going probably the best form in the Premier League, apart from Newcastle.
mhm.
And then all of a sudden they've fallen off the edge.
Yeah,
It's,
but I think, they're just not scoring enough goals for me.
you said they had that Westerfield or whatever that was going to score goals. Not a chance.
No, no, no. I was not talking about Southampton, that one.
What's the name of the guy that they got, the striker?
I forgot what was the name.
They got a big, tall Scandinavian guy in, haven't they? Is it
Yeah,
not Westerfield or something? I don't know.
let me just quickly check his name.
Anyway, they're playing against Roy, so they don't have to have any forwards. Me and you could play in this game and score.
Absolutely, absolutely. So they have Armstrong and Shane Long playing up forward.
Oh, they not got any. Who was that then? Well, I was thinking of. Sorry about that.
They have Armando Broja.
Yeah, he's all right. I don't mind him.
Yeah.
I've always been a Shane Long fan. He is like
Quality.
kind of Danny Ings. They work hard. They're honest. They put in a shift every time.
Absolutely.
And against this quality of opposition, they'll score.
Mm.
But how many? This is our only problem this week.
Yep. How many?
How many can we conceive of in 90 minutes?
I'm going 2-0.
2?
Yeah, 2-0.
Oh my gosh, Javid. 2?
2-0 to Southampton.
I want to say 4, but since you were a bit late with your prediction, I'll go 3.
All right, 3-0. All right. Next one, we have Crystal Palace versus Man City. What are your predictions?
Tough, don't you think?
Tough one, yes, but I think Man City will take the stroll.
Of course you do. Of course I do. But you know what? We love Vieira. He was our captain.
Yeah.
He was our leader. He was our inspiration. And I believe he's going to be a good manager. And these up-and-coming managers, they become something when they get results against these big teams. He's waited for this game.
Yeah.
Palace are at home. I think they're playing really well and they're dangerous.
They are.
And, will be up for this.
And they have quite a lot of youngsters who are in form right now. Like that guy Olsey. Just amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I like them. I've always liked Palace. Palace are like QPR. They're just a nice club and nice to watch, and they always try to play the game to win. They don't sit on things. But in saying that, I think Vieira's got a pragmatic side to him. I think it's only 1-0 to Man City, even if they win. I think it could even be a draw.
Wow. So which one are you going for? Man City.
1-0. You want me to go for the draw, don't you?
You know what? I'm going to go 2-0 Man City. I'm going to go 2-0 Man City.
Why are we saying nil? Will they not concede against Palace?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You know, though, that Diaz, when he moves up higher, it can be a problem.
It can be, but I think
Stones is in because the other Man City centre back's out, right?
Yeah.
So you got Stones on the right.
No, I think Stones is faster in recovery.
Yeah, but can Stones hold Saha?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't. Well, I don't, and I hope it's 1-1. To be honest with you, I love Man City, but I want to go 1-1.
Let's go
1-1. 1-0. Sorry, Saha, but I think he could cause Stones problems.
Nice. We'll see about that. All right. So into the main games now. Let's talk about United versus Spurs. This is going to be one horrible game. Horrible game.
Yeah, you don't know which of either of the sides are going to turn up, right?
Yeah.
You don't know if it's the Jekyll or the Hyde of either of those teams. Excuse me. If you get the best of both of those teams, it could be a cracking game.
Yeah, but these
if you get the worst of those two teams, it could be a high-scoring game.
They are the exact meaning of inconsistency. If you ask me, what's the meaning of inconsistency? I would say United versus Spurs.
Yeah,
both teams.
But that was an ominous statement that Spurs made the other day. I know they weren't playing anyone, but the look of Spurs was his team. I said it last week. That was a Conte team all over the shop. He's playing 3-4-2-1, which he sort of did with Chelsea when Chelsea won the league, right? You know, I mean, he's a good fit for Spurs in that sense where Diego Costa played right up the top, didn't he? He beasted people. That's your Kane. He's got very similar all over the place. Dyer is sort of David Luiz, really slow, but if you don't give him a job, he can organise the team well. I'm worried about this Tottenham team getting a bit of a run of form now.
Me too. So I think Spurs are going to lose this game.
Yeah, but be careful to say that because you know what it could be, again, is another Man City game. You know, Spurs like to play on the left-hand side, right?
Yeah.
The same as City did last week. Who will they play? They'll play Tavares, won't they, at right back? They won't play Wan-Bissaka.
You mean, what was his name?
Oh, begins with an S, right?
Yeah, Dalot. Dalot is on the right. Wan-Bissaka and Dalot are on the right side. Telles and Luke Shaw are
Is Telles on the left, is he?
Yeah, Telles is on the left.
Telles is on the left. Who's on the right?
Wan-Bissaka and Dalot.
He won't play Wan-Bissaka in this game because it's too similar.
I think he'll still play Wan-Bissaka. But I think United is going to win this game because after what happened last week, they need to show something. Their fans are pissed.
Javid, when you see something with your own eyes, believe it. Man United have got nothing that they can bounce back to because they don't know who's going to play. They don't. Now apparently Eddie's back and Ronaldo's back, but they might not play Ronaldo. I don't know what they're going to do. I think that they're going to play some kind. They're not going to play that 2-2 thing. I don't think they'll play 3 up front, won't they?
Yeah.
The only informed player they've got is Alanga.
Yeah.
So I guess he has to start on the left, does he? Or
who?
Alanga.
I don't think so. He will start though.
No, maybe not. Maybe not. But he should.
I still think this match is going to end in draw.
You just said that Man United would win.
I was hoping so, but inside my head,
I should have kept my mouth shut.
Yeah, in my head, I'm still thinking that looks like a 2-2 game. That looks like a 2-2 game. United score, Spurs scores again, and then Spurs scores, United score again. Game over, 2-2.
Is Harry Maguire playing?
I think he will. We don't know
yet. There's goals in Tottenham. 2-0 Spurs.
2-0 Spurs. Wow. Okay.
I came here going to say 0-0, and I changed.
We'll see.
It could be 0-0. It could be 3-3.
Yeah.
Right?
You never know. Both teams can't defend. So I know there's goals in it. 0-0, I don't think so. All right. The last game, all right, we're going to talk about is Arsenal versus Leicester City. Save the best for the last.
Leicester had a dreadful run.
And they don't have Vardy.
And they don't have Vardy. But they won their last 2 games. But they didn't beat anybody. They beat Burnley and Watford, was it?
Let me quickly check their last.
Who did they beat? Burnley and...
the last game they played was Leicester versus Leeds.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Burnley and Leeds.
Yeah, Leicester against Leeds, they only won Leeds 1-0.
Yep.
And then they played against Burnley, which they won 2-0.
Yep.
So, yeah, you can say they're on the winning streak, but I don't think so. They're in form.
But this is what we said. They've recovered for sure. They've had the most horrible season, right, because of the injuries and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, especially Vardy being out. He's now out again, which is good for us. They look back to being solid. The 2-0s against say a lot. Schmeichel's in great form, isn't he? He's making big saves all the time. But we look a little bit good at the moment.
I think Arsenal are one of the informed teams. If you count the last 10 games, Arsenal have won 8 of them. So going on that form,
we're 25 points in our last 10 games.
So
the table.
Yeah.
But Leicester, again, like I said to you before, I don't think you can do this on a game basis, like one-off games or whatever. Did we beat anyone good? This is our first test for a while.
Yeah, I think everyone said the same thing when we were against Wolves, because we were in form at that time. They have
the Wolves were in form, but I think we knocked them off their form, didn't we, that day?
Yeah.
But that's the only big team we've played, I think, isn't it?
Yep.
Recently, and we've had no one who could score. I mean, to be honest, I don't think they can score again. Obviously, they've got Barnes. Barnes has come back to a bit of form. They've got Madison back. Madison was out with something last couple of games. I don't know. Daka's not Vardy, is he? Iniacho don't look like he's dangerous anymore. He's just past his sell-by date, I think.
Sorry, everybody, we got cut off there, little technical issues. So we were in Arsenal versus Leicester City. So what are your thoughts again?
Yeah, I think we'll get through this one, secure our top 4 spot. I know you're going to go for Arsenal as well.
Of course.
So I'm going to get in early. I think it'll be a nice game on the eye. I don't think there'll be too many chances. It's either 0-0 or 1-0 Arsenal. I'm not sure.
Oh, you're going to go 1-0 Arsenal. I'm going to go 2-1 because I know both teams will concede. So I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal.
I don't see us conceding, but I think goals will be hard to come by.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's all for today. Thank you for.
I want to switch mine. I want to switch it to 0-0.
0-0. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. 0-0 for you. Okay. All right. So that's okay. So we got all the games in. Ed, thank you very much for today. Hope you all enjoyed the new preview show. Let's hope I get all the scores right so I can win Ed for the first time.
Come on.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification for future videos. Ed, thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.
See you, mate.
Enjoy your weekend.
Bye. And you.